Hi there, this is Ronnie coming at you with a video. So today, earlier, at Settlers in Hamilton, my friendly local gaming store, I ran to completion the last session of my sci-fi campaign, The Silent Scream of 1,000 Suns, which was run using the Savage Worlds rules and the last Parsec campaign setting. However, I did also have the Mercenary Breed, High Space and Interface Zero campaign settings, more because I was nicking stuff out of them. I wasn't using them directly. How do I feel the campaign went? Pretty good. I can't remember how many sessions there were. There was a fair few sessions. It went pretty well, I think. Everyone was pretty cagey. There was a point during the sort of the back third where the players really were stumped because they thought they were all out of moves. Really. Essentially, they were trying to stop a terrorist organization that was doing all kinds of interesting stuff, like blowing up suns and so on. And they knew that there was a pirate with this huge dreadnought of a ship called the Celestial Dawn, and they knew that either the pirate was a member of 1,000 Suns, one of the high echelons, or would give them a substantial lead towards. So it all culminated when them finally getting some decent ships. They'd been trying. Their original mission was to try and find out who the 1,000 Suns were, or get a substantial lead covertly. And they tried a couple of times with getting nowhere, and things had progressed. So they were finally getting some help from Jump Corps, who are the sort of overarching sort of business strike / government / major employer. And they finally got some decent ships and men and all the rest of it to take down the Celestial Dawn. Now their mission was to capture the captain of the Celestial Dawn, and if possible, capture the ship, because it's huge, and more importantly, it would allow them to grab the flight records, personal data, logs and so on from the captain and the crew. The idea being that they should get from all of that some evidence as to who the hell the 1,000 Suns are, who are the major members. If the captain wasn't one of them, then they should get some idea too. So they get into what they sort of set themselves up. There's going to be a space battle, and 3 shuttles are going to go from their battleship and attempt a really dangerous docking maneuver, and then dock with the Celestial Dawn and hit it. 3 strike teams just going through level after level, and I've got it all in my head, working it all out. Well, none of that happened, thanks to one of my players. I'm not going to mention who he is. He knows who he is, and I know he watches this, so here's your moment. Here's your moment in the sun, fun. The dreadnought, the Celestial Dawn, had a huge sort of rail gun sort of thing that throws matter. It was a huge thing. So our intrepid captain decides he's going to target this railgun. Now, you could target it by using a laser, but he decided to target it with a great big torpedo. Suffice to say, he blew the ship up. He hit the rail gun and just hit it through it, went through it, just devastated the ship and broke it off into big pieces. They eventually had to try and dock the shuttle to dock with this chunk of the ship that actually had the bridge, and they managed to dock with that, and after a quick firefight were able to capture the captain and get the records. Slight fudge by me, but you know, it's in so much as them being able to find the records, because otherwise the entire, you know, pretty much it would have been dead in the water as a scenario. The players enjoyed themselves. That's the main thing. A couple of players are looking to maybe retire their characters, maybe try newer characters when we get back to it. Well, that's fair enough. Overall, I think it went well. I'm kind of pleased with how I handled things as a GM. Savage Worlds does handle space opera really well. To be honest, the only other sort of space opera system I have, leaving aside True 20, which has got a sci-fi section to it, is Space Master. I'm getting too old for Space Master. I love Space Master, but I look at the books and I go, how was I able to get my head around this in my 20s? And then I remind myself it's because I was in my late teens and 20s. But Savage Worlds, particularly because I've got several settings that can all bleed into each other, allows me to do some really good work and fun sort of stuff. So I like that. I can do a Space Master style game, to use the other big generic. I can do a Traveller style game very, very easily either using Savage Worlds and the Sci-Fi Companion, or in the alternate Savage Worlds and High Space. High Space not requiring the Sci-Fi Companion. I know Savage Worlds currently has a Kickstarter for the new edition, and I know it's been well. It met its target in moments, so it's coming. That's not a problem. I'm hoping the companions will be updated as well and will get re-released with updated versions, because at the moment trying to find the Sci-Fi Companion for the Savage Worlds Deluxe Explorers Edition is a nightmare. It's really difficult to find. For those people who so it may be worth waiting on, if you're thinking of Savage Worlds, waiting on the new edition and to see whether the companion comes out and things get updated. Failing that, the Savage Worlds Deluxe Explorers Edition, if you can get hold of that, and High Space allow you a space opera setting without the need for this Sci-Fi Companion. I don't think you need the Sci-Fi Companion for Mercenary Breed. I may be wrong about that. I haven't really sort of tore into the meat of Mercenary Breed yet, but it was nice to have, and because it's the same rule system, you can pick a mix and get in there. and certainly you don't need the sci-fi companion for Interface Zero, although it always helps. So overall, I thought it was a good campaign. My players liked it, and I'll certainly be running Last Parsec, or sci-fi space opera using Savage Worlds again. I'm looking forward to it. So those are just my sort of final thoughts on this campaign that I've been running. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll be back soon with another video.